Hello friends, welcome to ASP.NET tutorial. In this video, we will create our first simple custom control and we will see how to we will create the control here in this video, and in the next video we will see how to consume it. We know that server-side controls form dynamic HTML and renders it. We can write our own custom control which will do the same. That means when we create our custom control, we will take care of what HTML will be pushed to the client browser. So that's what the server-side control also doing, right? When you are having a ASP text box at runtime, it will push the input HTML element, right, to take user input. The same way we have to push some HTML for our custom control. When we write our own control, we will derive it from the web control. So that's the class we will derive, which is a subclass from the system.web.ui control. We already talked about this in the previous video. The page also derived from it. In the previous video, we talked about the UI control. When we want to emit HTML to the browser, we will override the render content method. So this render content method takes HTML text writer as parameter. When you are overriding it, inside the parameter you will be seeing this text writer class. So this will come as a parameter. So HTML text writer is useful for pushing the HTML tag to the client browser for rendering purpose. That means whatever you write, that will be the content of your custom controls output. In this video, we will create a custom control project and explore its behavior. Now let's go to the demo. Alright, now we are in Visual Studio and we will create a new project first. File, new, project. Here we are choosing Visual C Hash, Web and ASP.NET Web Application. We will name this as custom control client. That means this is the consuming project. We are just creating the project and we will go with the default. Now let's switch to Solution Explorer window. We will create a web form, choose add, new item, right, Visual C++, web, and then search for web form here, and we will call this as a client. So the web form is added. Now click on the solution, right click and choose add new project. This time we are going to add a custom control project. So choose ASP.NET Web Application and name the project as basic SS control, which means a basic server-side control. That's the name we are giving, and we will click OK here. And as up to the default, you can see basic SS control is added to the project. Now we have two projects. One is the custom control client and another one is the basic server side control. And in this project we will create our server side control. For that we will choose add new item. Right, previously we added web form to the client, and this time let's click on web form and choose web forms server control. We will name it as my test control, and let's click add here. So this will add the server side control to our project. This time we are not going to add any special coding, but we will explore what are all the code added by the template, and in the next coming videos we will create one more server control with own HTML rendering. For now, let me click the add button, and you can see it added a templated code for our my test control. And if you come here, this is our my test control project, which is derived from web control, right? Then you can see the control, my test control by default is exposing a property called text, right? And it has get and set allowed. In the get, we will get the text content from view state and setting a string. All right, then so here in the get we are taking the text from the view state and we are returning that. If a string is null, we are returning empty, otherwise we are returning the content of the string. So that is get. In set, we take the value from the user and we are setting that property. So it's a simple property by default. The control, our basic SS control, inside that we have my test control, and my test control is exposing a text property. You can look at other attributes, and these are all added by the IDE itself. Then here you can see we have a redundant content override. So the IDE overrided this render content for us, and this render content is taking the HTML text writer object output. So by default the control is writing whatever is there in the text, right? So now let's save the content. So this is what pushed to the browser. Now our server side control is ready. Before building the project, we will click on this client side project, which contains the web form, right? Right click here and choose project dependencies. So here there is build dependency, right? And choose project build order. So by default it has client and base control. We can leave that. When you click on dependencies, the client project depends on the basic SS control project. So click on that. Now, since we set the dependencies, if you right click the solution, it will build in proper order and produces the output. Since this client project depends on the server side control, first server side control, basic SS control is built. After that our client side project is built. Now we have both these projects ready. In the next video we will see how to consume this basic SS control inside the web form that present in this project. That's all here in this video. Thank you for watching. Bye.